In my opinion, the most common challenges in implementing diversity and representation into our research and operations are, first, the lack of diversity in the C-suite and among decision makers on the client side. This leads to a narrow vision of market opportunities that focuses on product development and marketing design for the average majority. So there is no budget for research and development and marketing to diverse segments, even if they could be profitable. The second challenge going down the ladder is less diversity among corporate researchers and suppliers. This can impact survey and discussion guide design, sampling plans, and data interpretation due to familiarity bias, which confines you to what you are familiar with. This is also connected to a lack of representation of small and diverse research suppliers in the preferred supplier list. Finally, the third challenge is access to and affordability of sample sources with diverse populations. Recruitment of these populations require more resources from sample providers, and clients are often not willing to pay for it. So behind these three challenges, there is essentially a lack of vision and investment in people and resources to make diversity a reality at all levels. The most common excuse I hear for not addressing diversity in research is cost. The research costs too much. Marketing to these groups costs too much. And so there is no point in learning about them since the product or marketing strategy will not change or be customized for them. I consider the cost argument to be an excuse because what is really behind it is often a lack of perceived value. Companies that invest in diversity as a strategy for business growth and sustainability tend to value the insights that multicultural research brings. When the perceived value is there, the cost is less of a problem. The other excuse I hear for not doing multicultural research is usually related to misconceptions about the buying power of diverse groups. In 2019, the Seeley Center of Economic Growth, a unit of UGA's Terry College of Business, reported that minority groups had a combined buying power of $3.9 trillion. Hispanics alone were commanding $1.5 trillion in spending power, which is larger than the GDP of Australia. This is also an excuse because it's just a reflection of ignorance about these groups. So lack of perceived value, lack of understanding of diverse populations are behind the excuses to not learn about them. To address excuses for not delivering diversity in research, we first need to show the value of developing products and marketing strategies for diverse segments. As we do for many research projects, researchers advocating for multicultural research should start with secondary research. Take advantage of the data available and pinpoint opportunities in these segments that can persuade the C-suite to invest in them. Secondary research rarely gives us all the answers we need, so it can help make the case for doing primary multicultural research. Second, we all have biases, and the only way to keep them in check is to collaborate with people who can provide different perspectives. Companies need diverse corporate research teams and suppliers to demonstrate the value of diversity in research. However, this solution also requires investment in DEI and supply diversity programs. And third, sample providers in our industry need to invest in creating a higher supply of diverse populations for research to increase feasibility and lower cost. I know this is easier said than done, but the sustainability of our industry is at play. Diversity is here to stay.